it's like, how do I change that mentality? I have to give people what they would normally buy in Starbucks for $10, but give it to them in a healthy form, all vegetarian, all plant based, and then if they want to, something as they want, like maybe a result of losing weight or gaining muscle mass, we have a personal trainer there.
Hey there, this is Nina Perez, and this is Memoirs of a Fat Girl, going from P.H.A.T to P.H.A.T, which is physically healthy and terrific in real time. And today I have someone here who is really very much into fitness and nutrition, but also just like a bold individual who's starting his own businesses. And I wanted to bring him on here to have a talk with all of you. So his name is Teddy Villalobos, and he is a personal trainer and has started to run multiple boot camp locations throughout various states and runs the largest virtual room workouts. That's pretty cool. He also just opened Impact Nutrition in New Jersey. And I have him on here because I wanted to speak to him about all this amazing stuff that he is doing. So thank you so much for being here, Teddy. How are you today?
Hey, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here, and hopefully we could provide a lot of value to people on the call.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. You know, Memoirs of a Fat Girl started like during the pandemic last year. And what it is I have been on like this weight loss thing my whole life, right? So last year I decided I'm going to actually buckle down and make myself accountable to everyone. I don't know why I thought that. That's a little crazy, but that's what I did. And so I started doing fat girl boot camps. And so it started with just a couple of, overweight girls or, women that just wanted to lose weight. I got my friend who's a personal trainer. He's been a trainer for like 25 years. He decided to go ahead and support us and came out to do it. Well, it grew, right? So now I have like, boys, girls, women, it don't even matter. Every age, every gender comes out to work out. So boot camps, obviously, it looks like it's really important to you as well,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Now, have you always been into fitness and nutrition? Like, is this something that runs in the family, or is it, how did that come about for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been athlete. I've always been in shape. I've always done sports in school and all that stuff. And I started with my parents. My parents, they came to this country chasing the American dream. My
Mm,
mom is from Ecuador, my dad is from Mexico, and they came to this country, doing whatever they can, not knowing the language, not having that much money, and they needed, an opportunity. So they became business owners back in the 90s in the health and wellness space. So I grew up, always working out, always being in shape, but I didn't see it as a business until I was in college and already, I was already going to the gym, and that's how my business started.
yeah, and that's really amazing too, right? I mean, a lot of kudos to your parents. That's not an easy thing. And I mean, I have so many friends that are from, Latin America, right? So when they come here, they are determined to make something, to do something. And that just, as a Latina, right, that makes me very proud, right? I mean, I'm from Puerto Rico. My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born here in the States, but a lot of my friends are from Colombia and Mexico and Ecuador and, all Latin America. And I just find it to be so fascinating how they come here with no excuses and they just do what they got to do, right? So they were
Yeah,
able to give you kind of like that leg up, right? So
yeah,
how did
yeah.
they get into the health and wellness? Were they always into like health and wellness, or was there something
No,
like
no,
they
no.
just
They were it was back in the 90s, so there was no like social media or anything like that. It was
right?
you saw a friend that was losing weight and you wanted to get on with, you wanted to get on their program. And my parents both lost 36 pounds, and that's how their business started in the sales
Mm,
organization, selling supplements and programs and things like that. And that's how they started back in 1993. So ever since then, I grew up with, the hard work, growing up with the consistency, having that business mindset. I've always had that
mhm.
mindset of growing a business, and I took that all the way, putting it into sports and putting it into school all the way till I was 17 years old when I decided to start my own business.
So good. That's so
Yeah.
impressive. What did you start at 17 years old?
Well, I was in college. I was in Hofstra University in Long Island. I was studying psychology, and I decided to just go to the gym and get in shape because I was very skinny. I could send you my before and after, but I was 125 pounds, very low muscle mass. So I decided to, lift some weights and get into shape. So I gained 25 pounds of lean muscle. And then my friends that were working out with me, they were asking me about my result, what I was doing, what I was
Mm,
taking. So I told them, I saw, since I always had a mindset for business, I always, hey, I could become a personal trainer. I could do this too. So I started personal training, helping a couple of my friends get on the product and get in incredible shape. I had about maybe 10 customers that I was helping out. My friends that used to see me on Facebook at the time. This was 2013, I think, 2013, 2014. And they were asking me for advice and tips. And I decided just to help them out in the gym. And then from there, when you have 10, I had around 10 people that I was helping out in the gym. And each person needs about an hour each, right? Or
right.
45 minutes each. And that was a lot of time. I mean, that's 10 hours of your week
Yeah.
just with 10 people. So I decided I was talking to my parents and they said, why don't you start a boot camp class? So for that same hour, instead of training one person, you can
Smart.
train 10 people
Smart.
or 20 people.
Hmm.
So I invited everyone on my social media. I said, I'm going to start my first boot camp in the park. I had 8 people show up. And from there, I had the mentality of just growing, using that as a business to helping hundreds of people because I could only impact a certain number of people for my time in the week. But
Right.
through boot camps, I can impact maybe hundreds of people, especially if I have that duplication with multiple boot camps. So I started with 8 people, and then I started to invite people. I started to do invitations. I did over 500 invitations every single day, giving out flyers on the
Wow.
street, hand to hand, and social media wasn't that big like it is now. But I
Right.
used to just post pictures and videos, and similar to how you do that. And
Right.
that's how we grew from 8 people to 10 people to 20 people, and then once we got into 50 people and 100 people, and the largest boot camp that I did by myself was 350 people. I had
Wow.
15 personal trainers working that boot camp with me. We eventually had to lease a place, 2,000 square
Right.
feet, to do the
I
boot
would
camp.
think so.
Um,
You outgrew the
we had
park.
everything. It was, yeah, it was bigger than we ever thought we could ever get. And I had people helping me, assistants and everything, to helping me from everything from signing them up to giving them the protein shake to having affordable personal training. I think that's the biggest
Right.
thing that became so popular in the boot camp world, is that it's super affordable. That you
Hmm.
don't, if you want a personal trainer out there, you're gonna spend maybe $100, over $100 a month with a couple personal training sessions, and you don't really get into that much detail. But with
Right.
boot camps, I'm able to help more people at a very low, affordable rate. Our boot camps were $10 each, $10 a boot camp. So they
Right.
can get a good personal trainer, get a good workout in. And there's something in working in a group that you don't get working by yourself. I
That's
worked
true.
out by myself and I could motivate myself, but sometimes there's maybe a mom that needs to lose 40 pounds and she needs that motivational group. That's those 10 people, and you can't replace 100 people's energy with one person in the gym.
That's so true.
So people brought more people, and it was like that motion made other people bring in more people, and that's how the boot camp started to duplicate like that. And of course, we had hundreds of people 3 times a week, and I was only 18 years old, 19 years old.
That's
Imagine
awesome.
100 people paying $10 each 3 times a
Right.
week. I
Right.
mean, it was a good business. So the next step was duplication, right? So my boot camp was mostly in Yonkers, New York, where I was commuting. But I had my boot camp that was growing there. But I wanted boot camps in other locations because it's much better for my time, and also I can give other coaches, the other trainers, the opportunity of having their own boot camp and
Right.
maybe teaching them how I did it. So that duplication process happened maybe about a year after, and I've been doing this now since I was 17 until now I'm 25. And now we have over 26 boot camp locations that have expanded in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. And we were helping in those 26 boot camps over maybe 250 people that were
That's
helping out in
awesome.
person. It was wild. And that was before 2020. So 2020 happened, and it was different because it put everything in line. It put everything that you thought was important. It put it right in front of you. We had to take care of our health. We needed to take care of our finances. We
Yep.
needed everything that you needed help with. It basically 2020 just put it in front of you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that was, it was the biggest wake up call for not just me but for the whole world, that everyone needs
True.
to everyone needs to eat more healthy, right? Because
Yep.
this virus was big into the people that were not healthy. So being
Right.
health is the most important thing. Taking care of our loved ones, and also financial security was big. You know, people really were looking at other sources of income, right? Because your
Right.
job wasn't enough. So because of this boot camp business that I created, I was able to teach that system of great generating an extra income from their park. Right? They could just go to the park, work out, have
Yeah.
a couple clients, and they can generate some extra income. So that was very important in 2020. And we around February, that's when the things started to shift a little in the world, right? You heard about lockdowns, you heard about everything started to close around that time, and I decided to go Zoom only, Zoom workout, which was different. It's much different than
Yeah,
doing it in person.
it is.
So we decided to do Zoom workouts, and we've been doing Zoom workouts and also weight loss challenges for about a year now. And if you look at it in the whole year, now every week in my Zoom workouts, we help around 500 people work out. That's
Wow.
double. That's We're helping more people through Zoom workouts than we ever did in person workouts. We basically double the amount of people from multiple states, multiple countries are plugging in, because it's all virtual. They could work out at home. They could go to the park and just follow the routine.
Right.
And of course, on the e-commerce side, selling products and merchandising and all that, that goes with fitness. My business is in over 13 countries because of that, and it's good to see a lot of people working out from different ages. We have people
Mhm.
that are 16 years old that come to our boot camps, all the way to people that are a little bit older, and sometimes they get intimidated by the gym. They don't want to go to the
Mm-hmm.
gym and maybe show off and things like that. But with the boot camps, they're able to work out, be confident, and also get motivated by other people that are working out. Because if you work out with 10 people, it's much better than doing it by yourself. If you work
So
out with,
true.
you could have a partner, a one person that can help you out, and that helps a lot. It helps in consistency. It helps in getting better results. You won't quit because you have an accountability
Right.
partner or
Right.
accountability group that's able to follow up on you, and that's where the business is today.
Yep.
And we're helping so many people lose weight. We have thousands of testimonials, people that just want to work out, get in shape, and people have lost. I had a couple clients that lost over 100 pounds. A lot of people have lost over 50 pounds, or maybe they just want more energy. Maybe they don't want to stay stuck at home doing anything, so they rather just work out with us. So
Yeah, that's
we're
so
impacting
cool.
many people.
You are. And you know what it did? I mean, Teddy, I mean, what it took was a shift in your mindset, right? I mean, it was literally your parents saying, well, why don't you just group them together? And look what it's become, right? It's literally
Yeah.
taking an opportunity that's in front of you and just shifting what you're thinking about.
Hmm.
And look at that little shift has caused you to be in multiple countries, serving multiple people, right? I mean, that's very impressive, very impressive. So you said you're in Jersey, Connecticut. Well, you're for the boot camps, you're in the
Yeah.
tri-state area, right?
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut is where like 99% of the boot camps are.
Hmm.
But now for Zoom, I mean, we're all
Oh,
over the
that's right.
country now,
That's right.
because
Now, are the Zooms, so are your boot camps like a couple of times a week and your Zooms are a couple of times a week, or how are you structuring all of that?
yeah, the boot camp system that I created is 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
We used to do daily boot camps, and we need a chance to invite more people,
Right.
because especially we're dealing with personal trainers and people that only have a certain limit of time, like moms and people that work and things like that. Now, because everyone has like a different schedule because of 2020. Some people have 2 or 3 jobs, some people have side hustles and
Right.
all of that. Now we are having multiple Zoom workouts for different time zones. We have an East Coast one,
Okay.
a Central one for the West Coast. They're mostly in the afternoons because people, they come home from work and they just want
Right.
to work out, and
Oh, so they're
And
so they're live Zooms, like they're live. They're
oh
not
yeah, they're live. Yeah,
pre-recorded.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so for you to do that, you have multiple trainers then doing it in different
yeah,
time zones?
yeah. Well, I
Got
have
it. Got it.
over 20 personal trainers that are in my organization that
Right.
are doing the workouts for the time zone. And
Got it.
mhm.
Got it. And so what's the name of your organization? Like what's the name of the Zoom if people wanted to get in contact with that or if they wanted to go to a live one? So are your live ones all multiple questions? Hold on. You got me all
Yeah,
excited about what you're doing.
yeah, yeah.
So do you have multiple so you have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Are those the
Friday.
live ones on Saturday? Saturday you said?
Yeah, yeah. They're always
Okay.
live. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Friday. They're always live.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday are live Zoom or live, like live people?
Oh, no, only through Zoom for now.
Oh,
Only
you're
through
doing
Zoom.
only through Zoom right now. Okay,
Only through
got
Zoom
it.
three
Got
times a
it.
week.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. Got it. And what's
Hmm.
the name of this Zoom class?
Oh, they're called fit camps. Fit camps.
Stick?
Fit camps. FIT camps.
FIT, fit camps.
Yeah, fit
Got it.
camps or they're
Got it.
24 fit camps. If you put hashtag fit camps, you'll see thousands of pictures on Instagram of workouts that have been going on all
That's
over.
so neat.
Um, but um, but the good thing about them is that they're by invitation only. So
Oh,
you need to come in through one of our personal trainers. So it's through me or through my team. So that's how we're able to um that's how we're able to control so many people,
right.
right? Because if
Right.
we have just a bunch of people going in and we can't control it. So instead, if let's say somebody wants to join, right? They're
Hmm.
30 years old, they want to lose 20 pounds, they come in through one of my trainers, right? And that trainer is taking care of a certain amount of people. So you have
Got it.
immediately you have a personal trainer, you have a community of people that also want to get in shape. You
Hmm.
have our workouts that we all do as a team together, and it's just so much better because when you have, of course, you have my support and a couple of other trainer support. So imagine if you have a team of two or three trainers that are helping you out every single workout you do, helping you out with your food, with your meal planning, with your
Oh, they do all
even
that
more
too. Wow.
everything. We
Okay.
focus on three things. We focus on fitness, nutrition, and mindset, right? Because sometimes it's not about what you should eat and things like that. It's mostly because people usually stop their diet because they just give up on their goal. They give up on the consistency and things like that. So we're able to focus on personal development, working yourself, and a lot of the times it's just not. It's because you could go to the gym, hire a personal trainer, and still not get results if your
Right.
mindset is not there, right?
Right.
So the person has to be really committed and have somebody on top of them saying, "Hey, you could do this." We have morning texts, we have a group chat where everyone's on the group chat, and we put up personal training, like tips, food tips, like things like a shopping list thing,
That's
and also at
great.
the end of every day, we close everything every single day with a little bit of motivation, personal development to keep
Wow.
everyone there and engaged. And it's been a tremendous results that we've had.
Yeah. Well, because you're working on more than just the body, right? You're working on the mind as well. I mean, it's just like my personal trainer always says it's 90% what you put in your mouth and 10% is the workout, right? Because so it's about the mind, what you're eating, but your workout is important, but that other stuff is really what we do all day, right? What we're thinking about all day, what we're eating throughout the day. Your workout is maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
if you get it in. But that's really I mean, I didn't even know you were doing all of that. That's really
yeah.
awesome. Like you're really
It's beyond the
yeah.
fitness. We always say that it's 80% nutrition,
Yeah.
20% fitness, and 100% mindset.
Right.
Because
Oh, that's good.
you because personal trainers, there's thousands of personal trainers
Right.
that look good and they can train you, but to have someone that can really motivate you day to day, because our personal trainers are local, so maybe you can meet up with them and work out if your coach is local to you,
Right.
so
Right.
that's why we
Like a
focus on
personal session if you wanted one.
personal trainer.
If
Yeah,
your trainer is open to it. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So we have a lot of personal trainers with a certain amount of clients, right?
Hmm.
Some of them have 10, some of them have 5, some of them have 50, right? Depending on how their business is structured.
Hmm.
And since you have that personalized attention, but with that group mentality, that huge community mentality, and that's what I love about group training because I've done personal training. I hire personal trainers, and it's just not the same thing when you train
Right.
by yourself. with just a
Right.
trainer, it just you need a lot of more personal motivation, a lot of
Yeah,
personal growth. But when you do it in a
you
group,
do.
I mean,
You do. I
you're
mean, it builds a community, right? And then you also make friends. Like when I started the Fat Girl Boot Camp, I realized, at first it was just me and like three other people, and it's all good, whatever. And then it became like 10, and then 15, and then 20, and then 26. And, that's how it goes, right? And then, when you have to put some skin in the game, sometimes you lose people too. So, it's like, well, that's all right. The ones who have to be here will be here, and the ones who don't aren't. But I say all that to say that when I started the boot camp, I did it on purpose to become accountable. And on top of being accountable, also the fact that you start to develop a community. To your point, like you said, you start to develop that community of people that support you and make you accountable, right? So I know
yeah.
you do more than just boot camps. Don't you also have like a new shop or something that you opened?
Oh yeah, we just opened the last week. We just opened a smoothie shop because I was seeing that, especially in this area, I'm in Hudson County, New Jersey. There's a lot of people that go to Starbucks, right? Starbucks is super famous, or Dunkin'
Mm-hmm.
Donuts if you're in the East Coast. And a lot of people, they spend $6, $8 a day on stuff that are just high calories, a lot of sugar, and people are just not getting results. So I
Right.
decided to just take the Starbucks mentality, right? The Starbucks business model, but turn it into fitness and healthy
Mm,
healthy, like a healthy Starbucks, a healthy cafe. So instead of having, we're of course we have protein coffee, we have energy teas, protein shakes, and next week we're gonna start with protein donuts, brownies, protein brownies,
wow,
everything
look at
around protein.
you.
So it's
That's
all plant based,
awesome.
all vegetarian. You can even, let me show you right here what it looks like. So we have that bar, the bar counter there, the
Oh
TV.
my
We're still building
gosh.
everything. We have a grass wall here,
That is
so
awesome.
people can take the picture for their social media, and people fall in love with it. Like if you go to our Instagram page, Impact Union City, our account is growing like crazy, and people have come in just to take a picture with the grass wall, just because they,
That's
they
so
want to
cool.
buy a tea, they want to buy a shake, they want to, and people are seeing that instead of spending $8 on a coffee, on an iced coffee in Starbucks, where they're not getting the results they want, right?
Right,
It's basically
right,
just, in this one you might even see how it tastes better, and people compare. They're like, wow, I'm spending $8 a day in Starbucks. I'd rather come here and have protein coffee, protein donuts,
right.
protein muffins, right? Instead of buying a croissant that only has carbs,
Yeah,
buy something that has 10 grams of protein, 15 grams of protein, all plant based. And of course, if they want something more personalized, we have personal trainers here to help them. Hey, let's do a wellness evaluation. Let's check your body fat.
that's
Let's
so
check your
smart.
muscle mass. So we're getting people, and this is different than personal training at the gym, because when I go to the gym, and of course, if I'm a personal trainer, I'm only helping people that come to the gym and want to look better, right? But
Mhm.
now with this social media type of world, with the Starbucks type of environment, I'm having a lot of Gen X people coming in. I have a lot of people that are in high school that don't even know they like fitness, but they want something healthy compared to the Starbucks and the Dunkin' Donuts.
Right,
And they there's people that are coming in that they don't even know about fitness. They never even tried a protein shake, but they come in, and I'm putting them into a world of really changing their eating habits,
mhm,
changing their diet
mhm.
habits, and I'm teaching people that are I had somebody come in. She's 16 years old, big on social media. She's gone viral on TikTok and all that, and she doesn't even know about what carbs are. She doesn't know what fat is. She
Right,
doesn't know what
right,
saturated fat is.
right.
So, but she loves Starbucks. So it's like, how do I change that mentality? I have to give people what they would normally buy in Starbucks for $10, but give it to them in a healthy form, all vegetarian, all plant based, and then if they want to, something as they want, like maybe a result of losing weight or gaining muscle mass, we have a personal trainer there. But the day-to-day selling shakes and teas and all these protein snacks,
Wow.
we have people that they have no idea that it's healthy, but they're like, I can't believe this is healthy, right? And
Right.
they're having their caramel macchiato in a healthy form, and it's just
Wow.
changing eating habits throughout the board. Most of our people that come in are between 18 and 35, and I would have never met them at the gym. They don't even
Right.
go to the gym. but
Right.
they go to school, they go to work, they work online or etc. And they just want a healthy option, right? People are willing to spend more money if it's healthier and it tastes better. People are willing to spend money,
Oh yeah.
and there's no option. Sometimes the closest Starbucks around here is like maybe 10 minutes away, and people just order on Uber Eats and things like that, and we're able to
Right.
be there, and also on those delivery platforms, and give them a healthier option.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Can you open one down here up in Norwalk, Connecticut?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm actually
Let's let you
next
do one at a time, but just keep us in mind.
next month I'm opening one in Danbury, Connecticut. So
That's
we're working
fantastic.
on that.
Well, Teddy, I know that me and you are connected through, I think it's Instagram. So I will be looking out for that because I'd really like to, if you're open to it, I'd like to come up and even like record the spot with you
Hmm.
if you are open to it
For
when
sure.
you open it down here. And hopefully we can blast it out there
For sure.
because my community is growing and I'm getting now more flooding of like emails and stuff like that coming in. I'm getting more active online because that's one of the things like, yes, my journey was starting, but I was kind of slow on like getting it online. And now I got a media manager, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I say all that to say that I wanted you on here because when you reached out, I said, well, let me see who Teddy is. And then I went on there and I saw that you have a lot of inspirational things going on there. You really are about people. At least that's what I see. Like you're really truly about impacting people in a very positive way and showing people that they can get out of their own way. At least that's what I'm seeing when I see on your Instagram now, speaking to you even more. I love Teddy even more now. And I love what you're representing. I love who you are and I love what you're doing. And I really want to, send a lot of people, your way. So what I'd like you to do really quick before I let you go is I'd like you to give us your media handles, like how we can find
Mhm.
you. Okay. And your shop you said is not open yet, right?
We're open for delivery and pickup. I
Okay.
mean, this week we'll be done with everything. But we're located in Union City. Union
Okay.
City, it's in Hudson County near Jersey City, Bayonne, around that area.
Okay.
And
And what's it
we're
called?
Impact Nutrition.
Okay.
Impact
Yep.
Nutrition. Let me show you the logo here. Impact Nutrition,
Okay.
right? Protein
Beautiful.
and energy, right? So you can follow the Instagram page and things like that. My personal Instagram is Teddy underscore Via 13. Might be it might be in the description or anything.
Okay.
Um, and that's basically it. We're I'm open for questions or anything like that that you guys have. Just send it through DMs and I'll respond, or maybe one of my assistants or one of my coaches can help if anybody wants a little bit more personalized attention for personal training and group fitness and all those
Yeah.
type of questions.
Now, what about for your Zoom? Like, how do they go through you as well? Through
Yeah,
the,
you could go
okay.
through me or through one of my trainers.
Okay.
But yeah, you could contact me I'll get them started.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here and talking to us. You did a great job. I know you were like, I don't know about this camera thing, but you did a fantastic job. And I think what you're doing is fantastic and how you're impacting people, especially when it comes to health and nutrition. Because as you know, being in the health space, I'm just getting in there. I don't really know very well. I used to be in medical, so I know about the unhealthy space, right? And I also know that this, you know, at least in our area in this country, we do struggle with obesity and diabetes and cholesterol. I am one of them. I don't struggle with the health ailments yet, thank God, but I am overweight. I'm about 70 pounds overweight, and I'm now just on my journey now to finally conquer that beast and kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm
Yeah,
at right now. And so when I hear you talk about things like, changing things up, especially when it comes to like coffee and nutrition and all this type of stuff, it excites me. And I'm sure that it excites the people in my community because I think that a lot of things are put in commercials and put in places to that kind of go against us than for us, right? I mean, you see the oozing of the burger on TV and and all that kind of stuff that just does not drive you to nutrition, right? So when somebody like you comes to disrupt that, that's something to stop and be noticed. So
oh yeah, yeah.
congratulations to you for that.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to impact the world, leave the
Yeah.
world better than how we came into it. And
Yeah.
I think the best way to do that is by health. Because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. There's people
That's
that
right.
make a lot of money, but they don't have good health. So what's the point of making money if you don't have your health
To
on
enjoy
point?
it.
And
Yeah.
health is important, not just if you want to lose weight, but just staying healthy and keep that consistency forever. And the only
Right.
way to do that is through good nutrition, making better choices, making better habits. Maybe it's eating out less during the month. Maybe it's
Right.
cutting out the red meat. It's like little things that you do day to day, but in
Mm-hmm.
the long run, it's gonna save you. It's gonna add years to your life. And then we've had people that have just through nutrition and just through working out, they've they think differently, right? They think differently. If someone works out every day for 1 hour, they think differently. They're much more active with their children. They're more aware, and that's just what we're trying to do. We're trying to impact the world. That's why I opened Impact Nutrition. That's why everything I do is to change people using health and fitness.
Right.
And I think a lot of people will be, especially through podcasting, like you're doing. You're giving the world a big value in having a voice, right? Having
Right.
a different opinion than what they're used to. Because especially as coming from a Spanish Latino background, the normal world out there is, well, I'll eat, the more I eat, the healthier I am, right? In the Latino world, right? The more you eat, the
Yeah.
fatter you are, the healthier you are.
Yeah.
And that's just not the way it is, right? There's people
Right.
that are 20 years old, but their body is like if they were, right, they're obese and they're cutting years of their life because it's just like the world is changing. And I
Yeah.
think now through podcasting, through interviews, through um, so many things that social media has been able to do for us positively,
That's true.
that we're able to change the world for good.
That's right. You are changing the world for good, and you're definitely doing that. And that's a beautiful thing. And you're doing it, and you're so young. You were started at 17. So I'm really proud of you. Kudos to you. And before I let you go, I did have one thing because you're so young and you're speaking also to a younger generation, right? So if you can say one thing to start making people think differently or trigger their mind to think differently, what would be like that one advice or that one thing you would tell people about becoming healthy?
I would say that there's not that much time that we have in our life, right? Because there's only
Mm,
maybe, okay, let's say 100 years, right? If you're lucky, and maybe even more. A small percentage of that, of like the beginning of your life, the first maybe 10 years, you don't have any control over, and the last
right.
10, you don't have any control over. But that
Mm,
time in the middle, those 60 years, 70 years, whatever, a lot of the time, people, they just waste it, right? They waste it, and you don't waste it by just doing whatever, but you waste it by eating junk food. You waste it by, you're shortening those 100 chapters of your life into 60 years,
oh,
70
wow.
years. I don't like it when people are 50 years old and they die of a heart attack. It just,
Right.
why, right? And it's something, obesity and being overweight is 100% preventable, right? It's everything that goes into your mouth is
So
because
true.
you put it in there, right? The food, the way you drink, and it's little choices that people don't even know. For example, juices. For example, coconut juice that you just buy from the store. You don't realize that, hey, you think you're making a healthy choice, but hey, that coconut juice maybe has 800 calories and you don't even know. It's full of sugar,
Mm-hmm.
full of
Mm-hmm.
carbs, full of calories, and it's just like little things like that where you're in this world for a very short time, and to take advantage of everything that life has, your health has to be number one. And I think 2020 was the biggest wake up call for a lot of people,
Yeah.
in terms of
Yeah.
health.
I agree. And that advice you just gave was wisdom of a much older person than you, that's for sure. So thank you so much for that, Teddy, and for your knowledge, because you have a lot of it in such small chapters, as you said, of your life. So I really appreciate that. And I
Yeah.
appreciate all of you guys also for watching and listening. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you leave us some comments and reviews of this interview, and I'll make sure to link Teddy's information as well to the video. So thank you guys so much. And this is Nina Perez. This is Memoirs of a Fat Girl, going from P.H.A.T to pretty healthy and terrific in real time. Until next time.